Okay, I'm ready. You're on.
I'm on. Okay, so let's do our spinal cord. So,
this way.
spinal
When I
cord,
rotated it,
it's going to go all the way from there, for a magnum, all the way down to this thing.
Oh.
This is the conus medullaris, which is around L1. And then the cauda equina, or horse's tail, goes down more. And the filum terminale would be this last little bit of pia mater going down to the coccyx to be there. So then, you would have denticulate ligaments holding that in the vertebrae. So if we take this thing, and look, there's our denticulate ligaments. We do this, and this.
You're good. You're fine. No, you don't have to do that.
All right, so then we're going to do our meninges. So if we come in, this is my epidural space here, to my dura mater. My subdural space is this line here with my arachnoid matter, which is the next one. The arachnoid has a big space under it, which is my subarachnoid space, full of CSF. And then my pia mater is the shrink wrap that's actually on the spinal cord. So then this would be posterior, this would be anterior. So if I go to my butterfly, this would be my posterior or dorsal horn, my lateral horn, my anterior or ventral horn would be the gray. My gray commissure is what goes across with the central canal in the center. Then I have the white material, which is funiculus. So these are my posterior funiculi, anterior funiculi, and lateral funiculi. And then we have the roots, which are the wires. So these are my dorsal roots, because I know that because I have a dorsal root ganglion, the big bump. Then I have my ventral roots, which come out below that, and they meet to form a spinal nerve, which then takes off. And then back to my spinal cord, I have my anterior median fissure, the fissure's in the front. My posterior median sulcus, which is a little depression in the back, with a septum, or the wall in between. Then if I go down here, we have a split in the nerves. So the nerve, the dorsal and ventral roots come together to nerve. This one's your dorsal ramus, because it goes back. This one's your ventral ramus, because it comes forward. So dorsal, ventral ramus are split. This services your back muscles, this services your front muscles. And then, we can do it on this one. So that's backwards, that's the way it goes, because here's my dorsal root, here's my butterfly, here's my fissure in the front. So anterior median fissure, posterior medial sulcus, septum, here's my sulcus, dorsal horn, ventral horn, lateral horn, dorsal funiculus or posterior, lateral, anterior funiculus, ventral root, dorsal root ganglion, spinal nerve.
And how did you know that that was the back because of the dorsal?
Well, dorsal root ganglion is always on the back wire. The fissure is always in the front. The butterfly looks a little strange, but basically look for that. Look for the dorsal root ganglion. It's always on the back side.
Which are always kind of...
Yes. But if you can't see that, look for the fissure in the front. There's a couple of little tricks, but the fissure in the front with the dorsal root ganglion in the back. That should be where you are. And then, let's go to board boy. Alright, so we're supposed to name I have my cervical plexus up there. The only nerve you have to know the cervical plexus is, which one? The phrenic nerve. So that's going to go where?
Down here somewhere.
Down here somewhere, which is, it doesn't show it doing that. But your phrenic nerve would come out your cervical plexus to service your diaphragm. See, 3, 4, 5 keeps my diaphragm alive. Everything from here to here, though, is going to my arms. So that's what plexus? Brachial plexus. So in your brachial plexus, you're supposed to find the axillary, which is the easiest one to find because it's the one that goes under your armpit and pops out on the side of your arm. So it goes through the armpit. It's your axillary nerve.
Right in the shoulder, too.
Right. Then you have your musculocutaneous, which on this model is this one here. It comes through kind of the armpit area, not directly, and services your upper arm. And then you come down, you have the 3 here. So the easiest way is find the one in the middle, which is number 13. That's going to be your median. And this one's on my pinky side. That must be my... And this one's on my radius, which is shown better on this one because I flip my hand over. It's going to be my radial side because it services back here. So I have my radial, my ulnar, and...
Median.
My ulnar, radial, median. The dorsal scapular would be behind the board, so you can't see that one.
So it has one hand forward, one hand back?
Yeah, so he's like this, so you can see the radial on this side, and you can't see the radial really on that side. You can't see the median on this one because it's behind. So we're going to zip down. There's no plexus in there. Here we go. Here's a plexus. What plexus is that one going to be? Lumbar. So we're going to find the big ugly, which is your femoral, which comes down the middle of your thigh. That's
What number is that?
I think it's 21. Is that 21? Looks like a 21.
Okay.
And then there'd be an obturator, or obturator, which would come down, which is shown as these, servicing my adductors in here. And then you're supposed to know the lateral femoral cutaneous, which is literally outside thigh skin, which are these ones that come out here. And then you're supposed to know the ilioinguinal, which I can never say. It's this one here, because it's on top of my hip. So ilioinguinal. And then the genitofemoral, I believe it's this one coming down, but the other model doesn't show up for beans. So I usually never ask that one. Then we have this plexus here. What plexus is down here? And the big one is your sciatic nerve, and that splits into a tibial and a fibular. And so the fibular is going to be on the outside, but actually the way the nerve works, it ends up kind of on the front. So this is your fibular, which they call the peroneal in the key. Your tibial is kind of the back, or the calf side, like that. And then the pudendal you can't see, that'd be in your crotch. And the sural is that one right there, part of the tibial.
What is this one again?
I think this one is the, let me look. This one I believe is the
You said that was the
tibial, and this one's the sural, I believe.
Oh, okay.
You remember those? I think that's all of them.
Thank you.